Hi there, Phil Simborg for the USBGF. In a recent post on the USBGF Facebook page, I made a statement that if you have been playing backgammon for many years and you've been playing single games or money games, that you should take a look into match play, because match play is so much more complex and interesting. It's much more of an intellectual pursuit. It takes more study to play well, and as a result, that's why some people get turned off and don't do it, because it's just a lot more work to get right. But the work is worth it. It's a great reward when you do get it right. It's like doing the New York Times crossword puzzle instead of playing tic-tac-toe. It's really fun and intricate. And one of the things, the main thing that makes match play more intricate is when there are changes in the score. They change your checker play and your cube play. Many people realize why your cube play is very different if you're way ahead in a match or way behind in a match, but most people don't really understand differences in checker play. And the differences start right off the bat in the very first roll and second roll, early part of the game. Let me just give you one example of what I think is a very, very interesting combination of plays and situations. I'm using Extreme Gammon here, which is the very best software and recommended by the USBGF. And if you're a member of the USBGF, you can buy it with a 20% discount. So we do endorse the product, and the product has been very good to the USBGF and to the game. I have set the board to be at a score called Gammon-Go. You can change it to a money game by hitting unlimited or unlimited game, to DMP, where both players need 1 point to win, to Gammon Save, where the player on roll is leading 1 away, 2 away Crawford, and there's also other scores where it would be Gammon Save. What do we mean by Gammon Save? My old friend Joe Sylvester claims that he invented those terms of Gammon Save and Gammon Go, and now they're used pretty much standard in the industry. But Gammon Save means that at this score, for example, red does not care. He needs 1 point to win the match. If he wins a gammon, it doesn't do him any good at all. If he loses a gammon, it's huge because he loses the match. So he's playing to win the game, but he wants to save a gammon. I could also make it so that red is on Gammon Go, so that he is that he is trying to win a gammon, just the opposite score. So it's interesting. The opening roll of a 6-5. Let's take a look. Here's what you can do. Hit the button, and it's all been rolled out for you. Use the arrows, and it'll show you. If you're on Gammon Go and need to win a gammon, still the best play is to run all the way. And if you're on Gammon Save, the best play is to run all the way. It's just simply the best play on the opening move. There are many other rolls that do change on the opening move, but the reason for today's lesson is to go beyond the opening move and show you the second roll moves. Let's say that red is on Gammon Go. He would like to win a gammon. Let's say that blue got the opening roll of a 6-5 and properly ran the checker all the way, and now red rolls a 6-5. How would you play it? What would you do in this situation at Gammon Go, where you're trying to win a gammon and your opponent has already rolled a 6-5? Okay, I can assure you that most people would simply run their checker out all the way and play the 6-5, and you're going to see that it's wrong. You're going to see what the right play is in just a second. So now that you know that's wrong, what would you do? Well, a lot of players would make this play, 6 and 5, looking for action, trying to get a shot, trying to get a hit. Not a bad idea, and also not a bad play. It's very, very close to the right play. There are actually two plays that, according to Extreme Gammon, are tied. Let me show you what they are. It's a dead heat. There's no difference on whether you make this play, come down and hit, making a very, very aggressive game, going for a blitz, or going to get into a highly volatile hitting game, because these kinds of games lead to more gammons both ways, and you don't care if you get gammoned when you're on Gammon Go. This play is also a pretty aggressive play. You're hoping he doesn't roll a 6 and that you can make this point and that you can maybe contain this checker. It's hard to contain a single checker, but maybe get into a hitting game and set yourself up strategically to make better points. And of course there was that third play we talked about, which does lead to some action here. If blue hits you loose here, you have 17 ways to hit him back if he were to hit you loose. So you don't just make the knee-jerk reaction play of just running all the way, and you can see that the score changes the play. Now let's reverse the score. Let's put red on Gammon's save, where he's leading and doesn't need to win a Gammon. Blue rolls an opening 6-5. How would you play when you don't need to win a Gammon, when you want to play safe? Pretty obvious. Now you just do run all the way. You want to avoid contact. You want to just race. Races have fewer gammons, and with one checker back, even if things go really bad, you're not going to get gammoned as much. So this one is not in any way counterintuitive. But I'm just showing you a situation where on the second roll, depending on the score, these plays can change quite a bit. And the same theory that we're using at Gammon-Go and Gammon-Save can easily be applied to other lopsided scores where it isn't technically Gammon-Go and Gammon-Save, but you're well behind in the match, and your best way to catch up is to gamble a little bit for gammons, or you're way ahead in the match and you want to play more safely. Those are things that you should be thinking about at all match scores. So if you don't play match play, look into it. It's really fun and interesting and complex. And if you do play, you probably need to put in a little bit more study to make sure you get these right. I promise you, there are very few people in the world that get every first and second roll play right at all scores, even the first and second rolls. Why do we spend so much time studying the early game, the first and second rolls? Some people say, well, the difference is so small, it's like how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. It's important to get these right because they come up more often than any other plays. There's nothing more common than the opening position and then the following position after the first roll. So if you make a small mistake there, it's a mistake that you're going to make over and over and over, and it's going to add up a lot more than making a medium or big mistake later in the game, which is a play that might not come up again for several years. So this is a highly repetitive kind of mistake to make. Also, the early game sets the stage for what's going to happen later. It's like building a good foundation. If you build a crooked foundation and make the wrong play, there's a multiplier effect. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and all of a sudden you've dug yourself a hole instead of a foundation. Thanks for watching. Thanks for support of the USBGF, and I hope you found this video and all the other videos I've done interesting. There are over 200 of these videos. You can go to the USBGF website, look at BG Problems, Symborg videos, and there's over 200 on just about every subject you can imagine, and I have many guest lecturers with me. So enjoy and play some good backgammon. I'm looking forward to San Antonio next weekend, and the best, probably the best, certainly the highest competition we've ever seen in the United States at a single tournament, and maybe in the world. I don't know. Because it could be that it might rival the Nordic Open in Denmark for the quality of the players that are there. We're going to have a tremendous number of the giants and many of the old legends around the world who are coming to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So if you can get to San Antonio Super Bowl weekend, I strongly recommend it. It's a really, really fun and great event with many side events for normal players, for players who aren't in that league. There's all kinds of things you can win and do in addition to enjoying watching many of the best in the world. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.